Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. It's Wednesday. Action. Hello. Good afternoon po. This is Saigon de Manila on our daily postscript. Welcome po. Magandang hapon. Today is Tuesday and as you may have noticed, this is only our second time for the last 2 weeks na nag-live. So we had some, ang dami na pong nangyari sa mga time na nagdaan na yun. So we're here already done with our vacation. So nagsisimula po tayo sa taon na ito. Okay. Now, ano po bang nangyari sa the last almost 10 days? Huli ko pong time na nasa ere ako ay I think first week of January. It was Wednesday. At at that time nasa 8,000 at that time ang running 10,000 napaulat na Omicron na bumabaha, dumadalo yung tsunami. Nagsisimula pa lang yung alon at that time sa ating bansang Pilipinas. But that was almost 2 weeks ago. And nasa na po tayo? Wala pa tayo sa tinatawag na rurok o climax or peak ng climax ng COVID na itong bagong variant, which is Omicron, guys. And as of yesterday, right now it's 4 o'clock. I was waiting to get an update on the latest figure, but as of yesterday, it's twice, 2 days in a row po ay nasa 37,000. Nasa 37,000 na po, and about 70 as of last count. And hindi po nag-iisa ang ating bayan. All over the world, kung makikita ng mga mapa na to. And there was even a prediction na in the next 30 to 45 days, according to WHO, Europe, yes, Europe will, 50% of Europe will have it Omicron. That's the dominant COVID variant. And nakakatakot. Nakakatakot po. While they say, some other claims, na hindi naman ganun kabigat ang variant na ito. Especially doon sa mga may bakuna na. But you're still sick. And a chance to get worse is, yun ang nakakatakot. Especially sa mga vulnerable natin. Like our kids. Our kids are the most important for us because they will be our future. Sila yung bukas. Sino magbabangon sa ekonomiya kundi sila? Sino magbabangon sa ating pamilya? Sa ating bloodline? They are sa ating bansa. And our olds, our dear olds, probably me included, I'm on my golden years, sila ang vulnerable. Ano nakakawa nito? Meron po tayo mga miyembro ng society na hanggang ngayon ay hindi pa nagpapabakuna. For all their reasons, ang hirap pong bakit nga ba sila ba't ba ayaw nila? Ano? So, wala akong bubit dito na mapagtanungan. But siguro sa replay natin, I will try to put some graphics like you guys. Bakit hindi kayo papabakuna? Nung hindi naniniwala sa science, oh, come on. Nagpabukaw na kayo ng maliit pa Bakit hindi ngayon? But we are close to 2 years of this pandemic. It's already 2 years. If it will count when it started, it's December. January, 2 years ago, 2020, eto na yung mga bali-balita. Ini-ignore ng iba. Every day, they think hindi lilipad si virus papuntang iba-ibang bansa. And it was March when the first lockdown of Manila was announced, of course, under the present government. We acted fast enough, not that late, not that early, but fast enough. And still, it landed our shore. Almost 24 months since our lockdown, our deaths is more than 50,000. While we're still on top 20 around the world, hindi pa po natatapos ang gera na ito. Hindi pa. Mga kababayan, I keep telling my friends, put ourselves na we are at war. When you said at war, it is a world war. There are more than 200 nations infected. And from my last count, 5 million deaths. 5 out of more than 330 million infected. That's based on, I kept monitoring the worldometer.com. And it's real. Totoo po lahat to, nakakatakot. And I was telling kanina, hindi daw siya mabigat ng Omicron. But you still get sick. The economy will get locked down. And guess what? Luhod na naman ang ekonomiya. Those people who wanted to earn and put food on their table, ang hirap. Ang hirap. Hindi po yung basta sabi, flu season. In America, hindi daw pinapansin. Their flu season naman, oh, really. Their numbers are an average, I think they reached their peak. And the last 1 week, 2 weeks, 10 days ago, they are averaging 400, close to 400,000. And now they are below 200. They are, last time I see is 200 something. 1,000 a day. 200,000 a day po mga kaibigan. And that's a lot. That's a lot. And to prove you po na ganun kalala, people, regardless of your status in life, kaya yung kapitbahay mong labandera, yung chismosa, o yung barangay mong captain na hindi nagbibigay ng ayuda, or our politiko, or the beautiful women, title holder, they got COVID. And who are they, by the way? Yes, ito po yun natin. Latest Omicron victims among the celebrities sa Pilipinas. I have a separate video done from another channel. Maybe ilalagay ko natin yan dito. Ilalagay ko yan dito sa replay nito. I-re-reuse natin itong channel na ito, itong video na ito for you guys to check it out and see the details. Sino-sino to. Number 1 on my list is former Miss Universe natin. Hindi po yung matandang Miss Universe. Yung pong ating millennial Miss Universe. Kasi siya yung nagdala nito in the last 5-10 years. A few years actually. Miss Pia Wurzbach. Okay. I hope I pronounce it correctly. The German surname is quite hard to pronounce. Kahit English na po tayo. Kahit na guru po ako. So Pia Wurzbach got her COVID. Okay. It's likely to be a Omicron. He got it on UK I think on her vacation with her sister. Okay, so she got COVID. Beautiful people, probably living there after in a comfortable and quality life still. And his UK is this universe of Omicron, at least on that part of the world. UK, and they started opening it and inviting all students, even for their university studies. And Europe, they don't have. If you're from Europe, you can cross border without even having a passport. It opens sila, I think, sometime November, if I'm not mistaken. And yet, where are they now? And again, maybe at this point, the rest of the world are thinking the number of deaths is still worth than the greatest number who would like to live. Yun po yung economy. Kaya nag-o-open. Kanya-kanya po Hindi natin masisisi ang mga leader pag ganun, hingalo na ang ekonomiya. The world is on its knee and hindi pa tayo magbubukas. Kung may vaccine naman ang karamihan. Problem is, this variant, kahit po na-reach na yun sinasawag na herd immunity, hindi pa rin, tatablan pa rin. And to each of his own, yung mga 30% or let's say sabihin 10%, in every 100 million, there are probably 10%, probably exaggerated at 10%, 5%, sabihin na natin, 5 million out of 100 million are what? Not vaccinated. Naku po, delikado kayo dyan. And look what happened sa bayan ng Pilipinas. Oh, my dear country, Philippines. We record high po on the last few days. I think last year with Delta, so I think considered a second wave, we reached 29,000 plus. Now for 1 week, hindi na tayo mababa sa 30,000. And our authorities are saying talagang it's a few more weeks, aabot ng Pebrero. And right now, I'm in a city where the COVID is low, the COVID cases, and even Omicron is low. I'm out of the country po. Wala po ako dyan sa atin. I'm somewhere in Southeast Asia. Nandito po tayo. And so far, controlled. And guess what? Actually, nagpagdala ng case dito as just like every nations are ang mga bumabalik na foreign workers like us Filipino. I'm not saying kasama yung like us because hindi tayo nagdadala, because the record would show dito po sa Indonesia, those people came from Middle East or even as far as Africa. Where's Africa here? That one, the big one in the middle, are the one who initially had that brought us the cases here. Now we're reaching 1,000. We reached 1,000 the other day, coming also on a gradual increase from the last 2 weeks. Nung nagsisimula, the world is nagsusulputan na po 2 weeks ago, we are still below 500. Between 100 to 300, naglalaro lang ang Indonesia. But now, we have reached that point na, at least, it's still, although, it's still touching the 5-digit number, 4 digits is 1,000. And nakakatakot kasi yung pag meron na ang iba, since it seems the symptoms are like flu, hindi na nagpapacheck. It's okay kung nilalagnat ka, masakit ang katawan mo, trangkaso, anong tawag sa Bisaya, na kalintura. It's okay kung mag-isolate ka. And knowing Philippines are home there, half of the Filipinos don't have a good house now kasi sabihin mo mag-isolate ka. You're still living with your member, family, relatives, under one house. And look at our mga kababayan na nagkikahos. It's like a studio condominium. All in. Pagpasok mo, doon ang komedor, doon ang magtutulog, pagkakain, maglalatag na ng banig. Paano ka magkakameron ng isolation? The government, pasok ka, nako, may kilala po ako sinisipa ang gobyerno, kaya daw nauubo sila, hindi naman dahil sa COVID, kundi yung pinagdalan sa kanila ay madumi daw, ang hotel. Balikbayan yun, may pera yun. May naubusan din yun, isa pang issue, pera. But I am praying that all our friends, family, kayo po yun, just sa inyo, kapatid ninyo, tiyahin nyo, tiyuhin, kaibigan nyo. I'm praying that they matawiran nila itong mga pagsubok nitong Omicron. And as I was saying, the VIPs, politicians are even infected. Number 2 on my list, by the way, is Senator Ping Lacson. Senator Ping Lacson is medyo pinag-usapan po yun. Again, it's on the video if you will see me. On this part, I will put the video. I will actually reacting. It's posted on another channel on Playbook of Pilay. Si Ginoong Senador at tumatakbo mong pagkakandidato, pinag-usapan actually yun yung nangyari sa kanya. He doesn't feel well and he immediately informed his staff while waiting for their result. Nagpa-check naman nagpa-check pa ulit sila, siguradong nagbayad daw sila ng mas mahal para siguradong lalabas earlier. And behold, nauna pa lumabas yung regular nilang I think government kaysa doon sa private nilang binayaran. Because ganun kadami, overwhelmed ng ating health system ng Pilipinas. Took him 3 days. 3 days. He's running for president. He's in power. He's a senator right now. And yet, look, what's the result? He is complaining, of course, but that's the reality. Sabi pa niya, may pabiro pa. Iniwanan na daw siya ng mga sintomas niya, sa tagal daw na. Pero he was bashed, actually. He was bashed by the netizen. And, siguro probably he's had a poor in rating sa kanyang bid to be the next president. And that's sad, actually. And remember, last year, some of our member of the entertainment industries and even from wealthy people na masasabi natin talagang right there. Miss Claire de la Puente died not making it even got, I think never was not even treated. Yan yung Delta, I think sa tsara ng Delta. And of course, I think si Mahal, that little girl, dwarf girl, yung cute na pinapartner kay Mura, who was also a YouTuber. Hindi po siya, yun, mga naging victim last year. There's a lot of last year from Delta. But this year, opening of the year, Omicron, binabaha tayo. There are a lot of notables who had COVID this year, this month, and this early of the year. Number 3 po na babanggitin ko ay sa magandang Cebuana, mga awit, and who took the world by storm by a real nightingale. It's Morissette Amon. Okay, Miss Morissette Amon, yes, siya po ay positive, and it's likely I haven't checked the latest on our internet, pero siya po ay declared herself positive. And notables also is number 4 na agad tayo. Tingnan natin na patagalin is ito yung ang pinapanood ko kagabi, kahapon, yung live video niya. YouTuber din po ito. Pero hindi ito basta YouTuber, ito po ay isang Batikan manggagamot. YouTuber, Batikan manggagamot, at tumatakbo po sa ikalawang pagkapangulo. Si Dr. Willie he himself was offering, was on his good heart, is offering some medicines on his stock sa kanyang clinic, I think with his team of Mayor Isko Moreno. They're offering a lot of medicine last week. The other day is positive also on COVID. And here's the thing, Dr. Willie is telling how different it is who is suffering the COVID. Hindi daw yung ganun sa sinasabi nila ng ganun kadali. So according to him, is parang alon. Bomba dito ng ilan oras, mawawala. Mamaya ayan na naman. Na parang okay ka na. Parang lagnat na pag napawisin, okay ka na ng 1-2 oras, kakain ka na, mamaya ayan na mawawala. And guys, I remember my own self. I got COVID po, mga kaibigan. I'm a survivor. I'm not here to just to talk blah 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 without experience or something to say. Of course, everyone has something to say. But I got COVID last year, and I think it's Delta. Pag nagpapa-COVID, nag-test naman, hindi sinabi, you got Delta, you got COVID. Positive ako. Mataas yung numero ko at that time. And I walk, next time, hindi ko na sasabihin muna ngayon yung details, how I got it and how I survived it. Pero yes, yung naalala ko sinasabi ni Dr. Willie, yung sakit ang ulo, pero I'm thinking the way he said it of course is way against the popular norm na hindi daw ganun kabigat ang Omicron, okay, is because probably his age is I think he's above 60. He's not that young. I remember kasi yung sa akin ng Delta, parang mabibiyak yung ulo ko. Pumipintig na parang, alam nyo, most of you have siguro sakit ng ngipin. Dito yung tumitindig na parang gusto mong alagyan ng gin, kung ano-ano, gusto mong bugbugin sa sarili mo, sobrang sakit, tumitibok. Ganun po yung nangyari doon, masakit ang ulo ko, half of my head. Starting at 5 a.m. in the morning. Yung bang deliryo ka pa sa pagtulog. Hanggang close to 12 o'clock. So, 6 hours? 7 hours? Na every few seconds, sakit. That was my experience. Aside from, eventually, nawalan ako ng panglasa. Panlasa was weird. The pang-amoy was very evident kasi naliligo ako, trying to fix myself. Hindi ko maamoy yung sabon. But the way our beloved YouTuber and nasa politiko na, namumulitiko na po ngayon, He was saying, iba talaga yun, nasa textbook lang. And when you suffer on it, or pag ikaw na meron, kumbaga sa Bisaya, pag ikaw na natakdan, pag nahawakan ka na at naramdaman mo, you will say, oh, ganun lang. Don't just say, and I was saying early, kaya it's an ordinary flu or kaya ng katawan natin dahil meron na tayo, most of us have vaccine, hindi ka makatrabaho, pwede ka makahawa, you're a carrier. And even ang tindi ng ng incubation period, 2 to 3 days. So even siguro sa bahay, napalabas ka lang ng kwarto mo, tuminom ng tubig at wala mang kasikaso sa iyo, may batang napalapit sa iyo, kakatulong mo, wala. Yung iba nga hindi na matrace Hindi na matrace nila kung paano sila nagka-COVID. May mga kilala ako, kaibigan natin sa Facebook yun. Hindi naman doon siya lumalabas ng bahay. Alam niya na it's in the province. Hindi naman din ganun daw kadikita ng kanilang mga bahay. Alam mo sa probinsya. Bago lang sila na salanta ng Odette. Umabot. I always try to express myself in Batanggenyo way, in Batanggenyo accent. But that's how my good friend related to me. Nagtatago na nga sa loob ng bahay, hinaabutan. Somebody must be a carrier. Hindi naman po yun hangin talaga. It's not air 10, 20 meters away na house. Hindi naman yun. Siguro 6 feet, yun dumadaan, that could happen. Yun sinasabing airborne. Parang may isang umutot. Amoy hanggang 4 feet, 5 feet away. Ganun yung virus ng COVID. It will stay in the air for a few minutes. So, parang nakalutang na hindi siya kasi hindi siya ganun kabigat sa ere sa lumulutang pa ng ilang lalo sa mga hindi open area or in the absence of a good wind. Titigil pa sa ere. Ikaw naglalakad. Naamoy mo na. Kung wala kang mask. O mari kumapit, may mask ka kumama. Minsan may mask maluwag, nakahanggang ilong. By the way, I don't have mask. Now, I'm in my room. I have it. Once lumabas ang room, automatic. But here's the thing, yung iba, nakikita ko, parang hold up ba? Hindi, taklob lang ang tawag doon sa mga nagmamotor. Hindi naman yung supposedly das na hanggang ilong pa rin. So, it always protect yourself, guys. Protect yourself at all times. Kung sabi niya, hirapin ginagawang pandong na yung yung pandong, head cover, yung face mask. And that's so bad. People are given chance to protect themselves, and most of you guys, doesn't listen until it happened to you. Sana hindi naman po tayo ganun. Maging responsable po tayo sa kapwa. Maging responsable tayo. And guys, pati sinasa uli. And these people, our nabanggit ko, apat na they were very protective actually. But this is pandemia, na dyan, and it's worldwide. And I was telling earlier, sa mga bago lang po nag-in at nanonood sa akin, hindi ko po I was about to check may mga message po tayo dyan. Hindi ko po agad mabasa. Not wearing my eyeglass. Hello po sa inyo. Yes, protect yourself at all times. Mahirap pag if you lower your guard, and these people are spreading the same thing. Sharing the same thing now. Protect yourself. Be responsible. The good senators, Popular Lacson, immediately tell everyone isolated himself, and he's concerned about his wife. The doctor, the vice presidential is telling, and he also isolated, and he's even working tight, even kahit mag-live ng YouTube, trying to tell everyone, it's real. COVID-19 Omicron still makes you suffer. Yung mga kilala ko, babiyahe na po dapat back to work. What happened? Siyempre may mandatory PCR. Pagdating sa Maynila, positive. So cancel ang flight. And when you cancel your flight, hindi ka makakarating sa pupuntahan mo, you got to be isolated in 10 days. That's the minimum. May bakuna na yon. Na-lessen na daw yung 10 days ngayon. Dati 14 days. Again, ang bigat ng abala. Yung word na abala, hindi na, ang gaan na gamitin, hindi na bagay. Perwisyo is the right word. Grabe ang perwisyo na. Kung may negosyo ka, hindi ka makapagbukas. Yung tao mo na doon, ina-isolate na rin. And that's what's happening to most of, in the last 2 weeks, I keep reading and it's all over the news, it's understaffed. From hospital to, ano ba ang industry ng hotel industry, hospitality, okay? Tourism and hospitality, I think that's part of yung taking care of the guests. Wala. From hospital at PGH, last week, 25%. You have 1,250 on the sick day. So, ganun po and while they're saying, from African experience, kung gano'ng kabilis, ganun din mawawala. And there's a report also na may mga magpuproduce ng antibodies, but what's next? Something that is much worse than this. Another variant. Itong walang yung virus na to magaling kahit walang utak nag-replicate to another form. I was watching last night the film Elementals. Yung kalaban nila, Deviant ba yun? Ayun na. Sorry for the word. Hindi naman puputok pang bata. Nag-i-evolve. Ganon yung variant. Ganon yung virus na to. And before we know it, now we have the, what's that, Iho? There's another one in concern on the list. I don't know what it's gone crazy the last 2 weeks. Nakakapagod, di po ba? So itong laban natin is like a world war. So consider this a world war. You know, the president was saying, na-touch ako kay Pangulong Digong. I'm not promoting him, by the way. Doon po ako sa kabilang bakod kasi ako, noon nasa Davao ako. But I'm from Davao. At least half of my life, a big portion of my life, I was in Davao. So I know how he managed. Ito yung sabi niya ni President Duterte. Ang sabi niya is, ina-announce niya or he declared it already. Our mga mga nurse na interns, pwede sumabak na. Pasok na kayo sa workforce because we need you. As a frontliner, we need you. And you know that the real analogy for this is sa gera, yung mga reservists na nag-C8, ROTC, C8, reservists yan Yung basic training ng military, pasok na kayo sa gera, we need you. We need you. Yun yung inaano niya I think they're trying to make a kind of exemption, I think for the PRC, Professional Regulatory Board, that on this extraordinary time, we need an extraordinary decision. Like, you guys, young and in a good health, join us, protect the country. Protect your loved ones. So, ganun po kabigat yung pangyayari. Calling our young ones to join despite against worldwide pandemic. That's kaya natin namin pandemic worldwide. Sorry. For this pandemic. For this world war, our country needs you. And guys, huwag kayong tatanga-tanga. kay Herodes na sasabihin niyo may pupuntahan kayo na gano'n. Pupuntahan, be responsible. Nasa gera tayo. Huwag pag-alagaalaan dahil lang buwan kayo sa bahay. Naintindihan namin kayo, hindi lang po kayo nag-iisa. Lahat tayo. My country, mga kababayan natin, alam ko, hindi po ka, and our experience here outside the country is pareho lang po. Nagkataon lang na sa ibang industriya kami. But we are bored as you. Regardless kung ano kinatatayo natin sa buhay, siguro lang yung karamihan hindi nagsasagana staying at home sa mainit niyong pagpapag sa bahay niyo, walang kisame, so ang init nun. Na ang inyong TV ninyo ay lahat kayo nakatutok, magkakadikit, kalansing ng pinggan ng kapitbahay, dikit bahay, narinig ninyo. I consider yung natin, mga barangay level sa urban center, ang hirap. And I can imagine when I was still on my early jobs, I've been in so many cities. I think almost all cities in Manila, Metro Manila, nakatira ako in one time or another. In Mindanao, from Cagayan, De Oro, Davao City, Butuan, Iligan, those major cities. Jensan, yung mga urban centers. Meron, hindi pa rin natin kahit sabihin mong outside Manila, probinsya yan. Yung urban centers, dikit-dikit yung bahay. Where the most population are in. Mahirap po. So, as I was saying, mga kababayan, makinig po tayo sa kinauukulan. Wala po itong halong yung mga pagdududa ninyo sa yung mga taong naniniwala sa fake news o masyadong praning sa mga conspiracy theory. Nasobrahan kayo ng access sa information, even wrong information, inalmusal ninyo. Na kaya ito kay Bill Gates. Oh my God, I have some friends who are educated, pero they're having second thoughts. They have the reservation on this vaccination drive. Itong iba kayo, sabi, yan ba resulta ng bakuna? Meron pa rin hindi naman inimbento ang bakuna para para pumasok tong Omicron. Hindi po ganun. Sabihin yung, that's fatalistic and what? Yung bang sinasabi, mamamatay din naman ako mauna pa hypertension ko. Naalala ko there was some incident of like that. I think it's mercury poisoning sometime in the bawal ang mga isda muna. Na malalaking isda, tuna. Mauna pa yun mauna pa ang presyon ko. Hindi ako naniniwala kung talagang oras ko na ako. Huwag ka mandamay. Huwag po kayo mandadamay. Kung ayaw mong magpabakuna, at manirahan ka doon ka sa gitna ng dagat. Huwag kang bababa rito sa lupa. Doon ka sa bundok. Huwag kang bababa ng bayan. Yun lang po. Yung mga ganun usapin nakikita ko. No, it's not only in the news. One way or another, may makakatagpo kayo ganun. Iba nga inuman ko ngayon. Ay na pa. Kaya barbaridad, ano ba naman ganun. So, muli, paano sabihin ko, our Omicrons are still here. Our country, the world is doing its best. And for the greater number of people, guys, let's have our share. Let's propagate the real news. Believe in science. And yes, the science would like to protect us. Hindi po one-sided naman in science. Of course, the government, it's a huge task to balance these things. I remember last year, some economy like us in the Philippines is as if talagang dapa tayo na parang galing tayo sa World War II. Walang gulo. Negative. Hindi talaga kaya, mabigat. Mas mabigat po ang we don't want, at least in India nakabangon na yata. Although ang taas pa rin ang COVID nila. By the way, next to US sa death, US have about 600,000 deaths or 800. Next is Brazil. Hindi nyo na mabalita yung Brazil. That's below the continent of North America. It's next to US of 800 deaths is Brazil. It's about 600 deaths. And next, saka na po India, pangatlo lang India. And Europe, kung i-combine mo Europe, they can, that's a big numbers of deaths. So, again, we're trying to put this news down, this great reality. We're trying to minimal the impact. Last year, sa huli kong pinanggalingan, taking it for granted, just doing the minimum of that has been expected of them. Mga employers, sa mga employer nyo, let's have respect to those who died, and they are not just a few numbers. Let's give respect to those who have COVID already, those who are suffering right now, and those who survive. COVID is here, and still here. And most importantly, guys, respect those still living, who are still susceptible to get infected, and knock on wood, may even die. Ganun po kabigat. So, sama-sama po tayo, mga kaibigan, mga manonood, at sa manonood pa. Hopefully, when you reach at the point na panood nyo nito, hopefully the world is better. Okay, it could be a few days or weeks from now. Okay, once this is on social media, it's there. So, it's like a timeline at this point. Nagpaalala po si Saigon de Manila para sa inyo, mga kapatid, kaibigan, manonood ko sa kasangga, kapuso, kapamilya, kaibigan. Ingat po, doble ingat po. This is all for me. This is all for now. Signing up for Daily Postscript. Bye!